Well, folks, Fat Guy Flies RC here. We're out here at the Avon Park field. We're going to do the Maiden. Y'all don't know I got this. I got that new FMS ASW 17 glider. And got the CG all up where it should be. I was going to do a build video on it, but folks, let me tell you something. The build video is nothing. The build video, literally, there's nothing to build this plane. And so, anyways, I've already done a range test.
Motor on.
Motor on. I'll give her a nice chuck into the wind here. And she's flying. I painted the wingtips red. Anyways, I painted the wingtips red because you just can't see the plane. It turns white when you get up high. So I painted
Time remaining 9 minutes.
Anyways, I painted the underside of the wings, just the tips red, just to help with orientation. Just to let you know, the plane does not have
Landing flaps.
any kind of stabilization or anything. Got landing flaps on right now, just because I want to see if I can land her. See if she'll slow down enough. Into the wind here.
Motor on.
Motor off.
Flaps up.
Well, she just sat right down, didn't she? And once again, I've got a windy day. But that was definitely what I call a successful Maiden. She has a really nice air brake already programmed in, so you don't have to worry about that, which is nice.
Motor on.
Okay. Turn into the wind there. This is definitely your typical sailplane, in that you can, I mean, yeah, she's a powered sailplane, but if you turn her around and put her into the wind, get her up high, she'll just soar and soar and soar. Definitely a good flying plane. Well, anyways, I put an AR-620 antennaless receiver in her. One of my viewers, and I'm sorry, I forgot your name, has a problem with their AR-620 with a throttle. It keeps, they have to keep
8 minutes.
attaching and reattaching the throttle in order to get the thing to arm. I had the exact same problem with one of my AR-620s. I called Horizon Hobby, and I didn't buy it through them. I actually bought it through Hobby Zone, and they said, we don't care. Well, we'll back up the Spectrum product because we own it. And I paid $5 in shipping because it's just a little B thing. They fixed it and sent it back to me, no charge. So those of you who have a problem with, and what it was, it's just the solder is bad or has gone bad, in there, and whoever put it together, whether it was a robot or whatever, got a little overzealous. And now look at this plane, folks. Here I am flying this thing. It's the Maiden Flight, and I'm having a full conversation with y'all. Well, I'm talking to myself, but I'm talking to y'all through the camera, and that's just how comfortable I am with this. And like I say, it's very windy. It's about 12 to 13 mile an hour winds, and
Time remaining 7 minutes.
definitely
Landing
feel very comfortable flying her. Got landing flaps in. Try to get her straightened out here. Whoa, a little rough, but hey. Anyways, no, doesn't look like there's any flap to elevator mix needed. But anyways, back to that receiver. Yeah, you just call them, get a work order number, pack it up, send it to them, and they'll fix it for you. You know, you don't have to buy it from them. Not that. I don't know, a whole plane they might, but you know what I didn't do? I didn't turn that prop off before I picked her up, did I? Shame on me. But I stayed away from the props. Let's do takeoff flaps this time.
takeoff flap.
Because yeah, she's got flaps. It's an awesome bird.
Flaps up.
And I know I'm standing on the runway.
Landing flaps.
I know I shouldn't be standing on the runway, but the wind is absolutely going completely across direction of the runway. So, got landing flaps in.
Flaps up.
This is just a wonderful, wonderful plane.
Landing flaps.
Sorry, I'm not trying to blind y'all.
Flaps up.
Is that not wonderful? Maiden, folks, this is the Maiden. And I have no kind of stabilization or gyro in her at all. Just we'll do the takeoff flaps again. I'm holding her basically just right behind the wing there, and just giving her a good chunk. There's the wind. Wait a minute.
Flaps up.
Timer set for 10 minutes, but hey, timer really is irrelevant with,
Landing flaps.
well, she'll just slow right down with them landing flaps in. Well, folks, there you go. Put our flaps up.
Flaps up. Motor on.
Motor off. Let me just show you a few features of this plane. We'll take it back to the bench. Motor's off. I flew for 3 minutes and 58 seconds. Almost half I had the timer set for 10. But you gotta remember, I turned the motor off a lot during that time, let her glide. So let's just say, you know, 3 minutes and 58 seconds. Let's just go ahead and call that a 4-minute flight. Kind of gives us a little judge, and we can see what kind of battery life, because I had people request and say, hey, tell us how much battery life you have left. And I agree, that's something I should be doing, and I'll do. So I can show battery placement too. As you can see, I got a 3200 4S right there, right in where the straps fit evenly. There's your AR620. Okay, and get this where y'all can see it, hopefully. Well, come on now. Folks, I swear I'm getting it. All right. 71% left. 71% left, if you can see over my hand. And left on that battery. That is awesome. I could fly another 7 or 8 minutes. But I could easily see with throttle management on a 3200 4S, get her up. You know, I'm doing a lot of takeoffs, but you do the initial takeoff, get her up high, and you could probably get 15, maybe even 20 minutes if you get some thermals out of a single battery. She calls for a 2200 up to I want to say maybe a 2800 battery, but there's plenty of room. I mean, take a look at this battery bay. You've got tons of room in there. These there's a really great mechanism there, just a push button to take the battery hatch off. That's nice and secure. The wings, literally just, there's easy connectors. They just slide into place. You got these 2 locking mechanisms. There's 2 steel or machined aluminum rods that you screw in, and you know, that help for the assembly. But there's also double carbon fiber rods already, carbon fiber or steel rods in all the control surfaces. I don't know about the elevator. Well, there is a carbon fiber in the elevator. One thing, oh, I kind of bent that. Well, I can fix that. There's a skid there, and on the end of each wing there's a skid, and then of course you got the landing wheel. Yeah, kind of broke that. That's why I went sideways there in the grass. Well, that's an easy fix. Go ahead and take that off the rest of the way and pull the grass out of there, but that's no big deal. And the only mod, other than I painted the wingtips red, the only mod is it comes with 2 of these links, push rods on both sides, and they're just the right length to just barely clear these easy connectors that you have a little Allen wrench that you go in there and tighten them down. The problem is they just barely connect, and if I want to have more, so I just cut me 2 new ones, a 1/4 of an inch, or yeah, about a 1/4 inch longer, or 1/2 inch longer, the same diameter of I don't remember the diameters, but the same, and ran that through. That's the only mod really, other than painting it, that I did. And y'all watched it fly. It doesn't need a stabilized receiver. It's windy as can be. Look at that flag. Look at these little flags. It's windy as can be. And she flew nice and rock solid. She got flaps. The other thing too, I forgot. In the assembly, this is a no tool assembly. This elevator just pushes in. It's supposed to be a friction fit. Well, it barely is a friction fit. I mean, you barely hear or feel anything. It can easily slide forward, but of course it's not going to go forward when you're flying. So I went ahead and I put a thin bead of the the white tube glue, or Yoo-hoo pour, or whatever you want to call it, foam tack, and secured that in. I don't plan on taking the elevator off. But other than that, that's the only glue I used on the thing, just because I'm anal about it and I want to make sure nothing is nice and solid and secure. So be careful when you land if you turn sideways with your tail. This is a weak part, as you can see. So I'm going to just go ahead. Yeah, that's even not. Yeah, I can get that out of there. I should have brought some. If I would have brought some glue with me, I could have fixed that right now, and you wouldn't even have to worry with it. All right, well, folks, there you go. That is the FMS ASW 17 glider, and she's awesome. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and God bless y'all.